town. So, um, I figured I really needed to discuss this whole situation with um Jamel Charlo and what he's been accused of, or whatever the case may be. I wanted to wait till more details came out. And once again, you had irresponsible reporting and journalism by some of these people that say they're journalists and they're content creators, but everybody wanted to, you know, ride the wave, basically to demonize and come down on a black man. And we could play these games all we want about race doesn't play a factor in these stories. Of course it does. And when people stop lying and stop playing these games, the better off they'll be. Everybody loves to report negativity going on in a black man's life, but when he do something productive and constructive, it's hardly ever reported. It's an old saying, good news isn't news, because for the most part, media is about doom and you know what I'm saying, doom and gloom, unfortunately. So for mainstream media, good news is really not news. So we live in we live in an ass backwards world, but it's been that way because negativity sells, unproductiveness sells, translates to money. And if you're a content creator or you do media, it results in big viewership. But like I said before, I wanted to wait till the facts came out, because you had a lot of people trying to play holier than thou, trying to come with this self-righteous stuff pertaining to Charlo, and I wanted to wait till more details came out. All this stuff about his career is over and he should be banned from boxing. My question is, why? Keep in mind, rest in peace still to Arturo Gotti, but he was accused of, you know, laying his grooming hands on his very young wife, and he still became a Hall of Famer. People basically said the lady wasn't truthful. Sergey Kovalov is still being allowed to fight in the States, and he's not even an American citizen. Dmitry Bibel has been accused of this stuff. I mean, you guys are really inconsistent when it comes to your moral compass. But at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to call you clowns out. You dudes are clowns. You black content creators are worse. You basically cater to a certain audience who like to hear you talk about people from your own community. And then for the people that tune in to see people talking about people that's not from your community, you divestors and you colonizers, you get off on that. But it's funny, you guys don't comment when people talk about you. It's funny, you guys are nowhere to be found when I do these stories about you guys. But then all of a sudden, when I do a video about, somebody that look like me, then all of a sudden the views rise. The views goes up, you know. So it is what it is. But let's have a real in-depth look at this situation with Charlo. Now, reports first came out that he, laid grooming hands on his wife, and everybody jumped the gun, like I said, and was ready to cancel him. Here's the thing about cancel culture and all this kind of stuff. As far as canceling go, well, you can't cancel somebody that never subscribed. I never asked for a subscription. I never bought a subscription. So you can't cancel me when I never subscribed to you in the first place. And that's how I feel about cancel culture. But at the end of the day, I know somebody eventually gonna watch this video and do what they always do. Hey, can we not make this about race? My thing is, and my reply to that is, motherfuck you. Because you guys are not honest. You can't tell the truth to save your life. Of course it's about race. And it will always be about race. Like I said before, there was hardly no videos. And I have proof. There was hardly no videos about Josh Giddey. But there was dozens, hundreds, thousands of videos about John Morant. Anytime a brother get in trouble, it's videos after videos. Tell me that I'm lying. I'm not. I'm not, because I'm telling the truth. So at the end of the day, I'm not playing these games. And I know it's a lot of people that don't like me. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'll be okay. I will be okay. I'll manage. Because at the end of the day, I don't need your subscription. I don't need your views. If you can't handle my truth, go to those other channels that get off like criticizing and only criticizing black people for views from racists and white supremacists. That's fact. So now you have this thing. So let's get to the story at hand. So now you have, and I'm gonna get to the person that recorded Charlo. I'm gonna get to that person later on. I'm gonna get to that nigga later on. So now you have this whole thing about Charlo allegedly hitting somebody that was in transitioning or had transitioned. Turned out it wasn't his wife, and then there's conflicting reports about his wife filing for divorce. That may not be true, but there is a video of him leaving the house. I don't know how long ago that was, but apparently that's what happened. But still, I want to wait till more facts come out. But once again, this is all what's going on. Once again, this is always a sketchy subject. You have this group of people that say, hey, they're not this anymore, they're that. And they want to be referred to as that. So due to the fact that this person supposedly was in the process of becoming something else, does that mean they should be treated accordingly? I mean, you can't have it both ways, and that always appears to be the case. You have people from a different gender, that love to, challenge men, run up on men, be combative towards men, threaten men. But then as soon as you respond and treat them like how they're trying to act, then all of a sudden you're vilified. But these are the same people that'll say they're equal. Well, you're equal until you get what you dished out. Right or wrong. You're equal until you get the same energy that you dish out. Then all of a sudden, you're something different. Can't have it both ways. I've said this before. The best thing to do is keep your hands to yourself. That's the best thing you could do. And at the end of the day, you have a right to defend yourself. Doesn't matter who you defended yourself against or whatever they label themselves. If they are in a situation where your life, your safety is in jeopardy, or people around you's safety is in jeopardy, you have every right to defend yourself up to lethal force. But due to the fact that you got a inconsistent judicial system, you can find yourself in a heap of trouble, which is not fair. But this is why I waited till more facts came out. And I'm going to continue to wait till more facts come out. But once again, people are afraid to have these conversations. It's going to be funny if it comes out that this person tried to run up on him first. Now, yes, he is a professional boxer. And for the most part, his hands are registered as lethal weapons. For the most part. But here's the thing. Let me ask you this. Once again, where we come down to this, oh, you're never supposed to put your hands on on a female or whatever the case may be. What if they are highly trained in martial arts? What if they like a 6th-degree martial artist and they're trying to do bodily harm? When you are a highly trained martial artist, there are moves that you can do that can delete somebody or cause permanent damage. There's moves you can do where if you hit somebody in the right spot, you can either temporarily paralyze them or paralyze them. There are certain moves, certain parts of the body that you hit with one strike, you can delete them. You can take them out. So what do you do then? What if you get to that point? What are you supposed to do then? Can somebody please answer that question, please? What are you supposed to do then? Just stand there? Oh, well, because of what her gender is, I decided not to do nothing, and then they take you out. Some of these cliches is just bullshit. And that's all it come down to. But this is why I wanted to wait till all the facts came out. But like I said before, for all you people that's doing videos talking about he this and that, well, he had no business doing this to a woman of the opposite gender. Once again, why don't you have the same energy for the white boys? Why ain't you having all this vitriol and disdain for Sergei Kovalov? He beat up a woman and kicked the dog. Why don't you have this same disdain for War Machine, who broke into his ex-girlfriend's house, attacked her her boyfriend, and beat the hell out of both of them? Why don't you have that same disdain for Dmitry Bivol, for what he's accused of doing? Because you don't. Because you only interested in hearing about something negative pointed in the direction towards black men. I know how this works. I've been doing this for a while. I'm 49 years old. I done seen it all, heard it all. And that's real. See, you're going to get the truth on my channel. I'm calling it I'm calling it for real. You get the truth on my channel. You getting the real, not the trio. So just got to be said. We run away from these conversations because we worried about people getting mad. And if you get mad based off something that I said, which is absolutely the truth, then that's your problem. Something says a lot about you. At the end of the day, the real endangered species on Earth is black men, because everybody is coming at us. People within our community, outside our community. And as I said before, we're demonized and shamed if we try to defend ourselves. They only try to pull this logic, this mixed and ridiculous logic towards us to shame us, make us feel bad. And I'm telling you right now, you can't do that with me. At the end of the day, I'm not the biggest fan of neither one of the Charlos. And if Jamel not getting the support he think he should get, okay, we know why. But to sit up here and, well, why didn't he fight Canelo like that? One thing don't have nothing to do with the other. How he performed against Canelo don't have jack shit to do with what's going on outside of boxing. Tell me that I'm lying. You can't. You can't. You can't. Now, I just wanted to briefly talk about that. Okay, so before I wrap up this video, because I've said enough, everybody gets it. You guys are smart enough. You know how I am. Let's talk about the person, the piece of shit that recorded that conversation. And don't come on here with that, oh, well, he was reporting a crime. First of all, if somebody in your circle, they supposed to be loyal to the soil. I'm not trying to hear that. Whoever that is a disloyal punk. And if I'm Jamel Charlo, he knows who was around him when he said this. So it ain't gonna be hard to figure out who recorded the conversation. If I'm Jamel Charlo, and Jamel, if you listening to this video, I will cut everybody off until I find out who recorded that video. And I'll be like, whoever recorded that video, until somebody come forward, everybody is cut off. I don't give a damn if they family, close friends, I done known the dude since preschool, everybody is cut off. Because at the end of the day, you supposed to be somebody's friend. You supposed to be, at the end of the day, that's just how it works. If somebody part of your circle, you supposed to be loyal. But this is somebody once again sneaking somebody. That's just that is just so trash. To sit up there and record somebody and make it available on social media. And it just goes to show you, people are not loyal these days. People want to be famous just for trying to be famous. See, I'm not scared to say this. Whoever recorded that private conversation with him talking, even though he shouldn't have been talking, at the end of the day, he trusts these dudes. And if you the dude that recorded and you listening, you a punk ass bitch. And I promise you, karma is going to hit you. You didn't do it because it was the right thing. You were just being disloyal, and you was being a hater. And that's the thing. You have people that want to be around you when you got stuff, but at the same time, T Grizzly wasn't lying when he said these dudes praying for my downfall. Biggie wasn't lying when he said more money, more problems. And a lot of these people align themselves to you because at the end of the day, they want to be close to you, but at the same time, they are praying for something to happen to you. They are secretly wishing something happened to you because they want to be in your spot. They want your spot. Yeah, they are around you, but they want your spot. What he should have did is he should have said, and this is what I'm doing. From now on, if I have some have a conversation with people, if it's something that I don't want to get, but here's the thing though, I'm good in California, because in California, it is illegal to record somebody. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by 6 months in jail. You have to have the person's permission to record somebody. So what I would do is I'd be like, everybody take out your phones, either put your phone on airplane mode and let me see it, or turn off your phones. Because this is what we didn't came to now. This is what we're down to now. You literally had somebody recording that was supposed to be a private conversation. That dude is a slime ball. Whoever it was is a slime ball, and they are trash. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. I'm just not one of these dudes that sugarcoat these type of things. That dude is he is a bottom feeder. But that's what happens when you have people like that in your circle. They're not around you because they enjoy being around you. They around you because they want you to fall. And they gonna enjoy it. So like I said before, whoever that dude was that was recording that conversation, more than likely over on the phone, on an iPhone or something, you are trash. You are trash. And I promise you, karma is going to come back on you tenfold. You better apologize to him, or have a private conversation with the man upstairs and try to repent, because I'm telling you. But I'm just different from these dudes. I'm just different. I come from a different generation. I would have never did that. I never would have recorded a private conversation and posted it online for people to hear. But like I said, this is the new age generation where everybody want everybody to know what they're doing. Not me. There's some things that I keep private. I'm just different. And that's the problem. Because people don't want to have a real conversation about who was the person that recorded that conversation. They're a slime ball. They're trash. They're black. They're in all likely they were black. And if not, they're just trash. To think that somebody would sit up there and record that. Whoever that was, he trusted them to keep that conversation between them. But it's funny. I guess this kind of like was the start of something which would lead to what was going on now. What's that lady's name? that recorded Monica Lewinsky. I cannot remember her name. That basically she was having a private conversation, and she recorded the conversation, and it made its way at the time, you know, made its way to, well, they didn't really have social media then, but they didn't really have social media like that. But basically, well, social media was in its beginning stages, you know, but it ain't what it is now. And it made its way to the airwaves. What's her name? I cannot remember that lady's name, but everybody was making fun of her. And then it got to the point to where she couldn't take it. She was like, why is everybody coming at me because you did something disloyal? That was supposed to be your friend, and you recorded what was supposed to be a private, confidential, intimate conversation. And you did it for, at the time, fame and clout, before that word clout chasing was ever in existence. You did it for notoriety. You thought you can capitalize off of it. But then a lot of people saw you for what you were: disloyal and a traitor and a hater. So there you have it. But I just wanted to give my 2 cents on the situation. Like I said before, it's unfortunate we live in a world where you can't trust anybody, where people like seriously record your conversations and post it to where everybody can hear it. And like I said, whoever that dude is, or whoever the person, the being, or whatever they going by, who recorded Jamel, like I said, you trash. Anyway, appreciate you guys. It's your boy Town. I'm out.